Ready, set, adventure! Welcome to Hikanuki World Tour and a food and drink review. From buffet classics to all-you-can-eat seafood to poolside dining, specialty restaurants, plus 23 bars and lounges. Come see what Utopia of the Seas has to offer. Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas is offering 3- and 4-night cruises from Florida. With 21 restaurants and 23 bars to choose from, you're going to need to have a plan before getting on board. So come see what Utopia has to offer so you can avoid some of that FOMO. Just remember,
washy before yummy.
If you're like most cruisers, you'll head right to Deck 15 and the Windjammer Buffet. Here's a look at the scale we'll be using for food rating. This is based on our personal opinions and our experience on this particular cruise, and your experience may vary. On day 1, you'll be welcomed to a bountiful repast. Overall, we found selections on the buffet to be plentiful with a wide selection that varied daily. Based on Utopia's offerings for breakfast and lunch, I would give it a strong 4 Shaka rating. Food was fresh, tasty, and with the wide variety, there was something for everyone. We did choose other options for dinner, so we can't rate it personally for dinner service. Let's continue our look at offerings on Embarkation Day. We found crew on board Utopia to be friendly, efficient, and helpful. If you're looking for more basic American fare, the buffet always had hamburgers and hot dogs. And today there was barbecued chicken. For something more international, try the Indian cuisine. On Embarkation Day, there was a rather elaborate seafood buffet. For seafood lovers, this is definitely not to be missed. Crew was on hand to serve from this buffet so that there would be enough for everyone. Note that the seafood buffet is only available on Embarkation Day. And when on a cruise, be sure not to miss dessert. Utopia offered individually portioned desserts. There was a wide variety and something to satisfy your sweet tooth. If the crowds seem a little overwhelming at the Windjammer, head on over to the Solarium Bistro. They also offer the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Offerings at Solarium Bistro are similar to what they have at Windjammer. Selection is a little narrower, but if you're looking for a more calm, quiet place, you may prefer the Solarium. I'd also give the Solarium Bistro 4 Shakas. I always found plenty to choose from, and what I chose I found to be excellent. It also tended to be easier to find a table here, and the vibe was just a little less chaotic. And what does the Windjammer look like when it's not Embarkation Day?
Washy, happy.
One reason we gave the buffet a high rating of 4 Shakas is the consistency of selection, quality, and flavor. On some ships that we've been on, buffet offerings become very repetitive. We didn't find this to be the case on Utopia. It always felt like there were new offerings daily. While some things were staples, such as hamburgers and hot dogs, there were enough other items to keep it interesting. On the first day, we were impressed with the seafood buffet. And on the second day, the carved meat station stole the show. There was lamb, beef, fish, and chicken. And this was all on the lunch buffet. Indian food was also offered daily. They did change what was available. On this day, they had fried chicken and waffles, and chicken tenders if you prefer. The Windjammer had wide walkways, and food was presented in islands, so it didn't get too crowded. Let's see what else you can expect. Maybe you'll prefer some delicious fresh sliced fruit for dessert today. Although cakes and chocolates are always an easy choice. But what if you're having too much fun at the pool and don't feel like getting dressed up to go to the buffet? Don't worry, because on the Utopia, you have options. In fact, poolside on Deck 15, there's a grab-and-go location called the Spare Tire. Designed to look like a food truck, you'll find a selection of pre-made items. We tried a few, and we would give them 3 shakas. It's really more about the ease and convenience versus the food quality. They're the perfect grab-and-go little something-something when you're having a busy pool day. The kids will probably be glad to have a quick sandwich rather than a sit-down meal. We did enjoy this cheese and pepperoni tornado. Personally, I preferred a Loco Fresh. This, like the Spare Tire, is free of charge, and we'll be getting to other free spots in just a minute. Make your own nachos or tacos here, or choose a pre-made burrito or quesadilla. I'd rate this food higher than the Spare Tire, especially because you can add your own toppings. There was a good choice of different salsas, plus all the usual suspects like sour cream, jalapenos, cheese, and lettuce. And you can spice it up with some hot sauce. There was a complimentary drink station and a full-service bar. And now one of my favorite places to grab a free and quick bite, which you may miss if you don't know about it, and that's the Park Cafe in Central Park. The cafe is open daily for breakfast and lunch, and sometimes has extended evening hours, so check your app. And there's seating outside and inside as well. In the morning, try a breakfast sandwich, pastry, yogurt, or fresh fruit. And grab a cup of coffee using their hands-free dispenser. While breakfast is fast and fresh, it's the lunchtime sandwich that we keep coming back for. And while we can never remember the official name, it's a family favorite that we'll talk about for years to come. Roast beef is carved to order and served with either gravy or horseradish sauce. But not everything is 5 shaka worthy. In Doghouse, I'm looking at you. And if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Also on the boardwalk is Johnny Rockets. We've never eaten here, so we can't review it. And across is Playmakers. We've stopped here for drinks, but never for food. Another free favorite that you'll probably visit at least once is Sorrento's Pizza on the promenade deck. They open at 11 a.m. and stay open until at least 2 a.m. And for me, any time is the right time for pizza. It's good pizza, you can usually get a hot, fresh slice, and it's convenient. Open 24 hours, stop by Cafe Promenade for coffee and a quick bite. Menu changes daily, so stop by to see what's new. It's a great place to sit and people watch or catch some of the live entertainment. Now let's take a look at the offerings in the main dining room, and stay tuned as we talk about specialty restaurants and bars and lounges. Utopia has one multi-story main dining room. Choose early, late, or anytime dining. You'll be offered a 3-course meal, which changes nightly. We found the dining room to be elegant, bright, and with excellent service. On our 3-night cruise, we ate here 2 out of the 3 nights. Here's a menu that featured a taste of France, followed by the menu, a taste of the Caribbean, and finally, the Bon Voyage menu for the last night. We'll show highlights of what we ordered along with our ratings. Every meal starts with bread and butter, and there's cocktail service at the tables. Let's start with appetizers. The Caesar salad is on the menu every night. It's good but tends to suffer from being underdressed. My search for the perfect French onion soup continues, as I still haven't found it. Broth has a tendency to be a little thin without a lot of depth of flavor. The Mediterranean tapas medley offered a change of pace, as did the tofu and avocado salad. The maple soy dressing made this one a standout. And now on to the main course. This was our least favorite dish of the cruise. It lacked flavor with rubbery eggplant. I'd say the chicken breast was a pretty average offering. It was okay, just nothing special. And the same goes for the autumn turkey dinner. Certainly not as good as Grandma makes. The jerk pork chop was pretty good, but the jerk seasoning wasn't very spicy. We did enjoy both the sirloin and New York strip steaks. Steaks were cooked to the desired temperature, and vegetables on the side were also good. The chimichurri on the side was a nice addition for this steak. We also enjoyed the tiger shrimp. It was cooked in a creamy, garlicky butter. The pesto tagliatelle was a good pasta option. I would be happy to get this again. The chicken chettinade was an authentic Indian dish with plenty of spice. The braised lamb felt like a more elevated option and was, as advertised, fork tender. We had the surf and turf option from Chops Grill and found that it was worth the upcharge. And lastly, the desserts. We gave all of the desserts 3.5 or 4 shakas. All were above average, but none were standouts. Of course, after eating a hearty meal, maybe we just weren't hungry enough to enjoy them to their fullest. I did prefer the lighter selections, such as this pineapple cake, and I really enjoyed the vanilla ice cream, which was served with the cobbler. And you can't go wrong with a chocolate cake. From a traditional steakhouse, to Japanese teppanyaki, to southern comfort food, Utopia offers more than 10 specialty restaurants that come with an additional charge. With so many choices and so little time, pick the one that suits you best. On this cruise, we chose teppanyaki, but on the last one, we chose the mason jar. Come take a look at both. Izumi is the teppanyaki restaurant. You'll get a salad, entree with fried rice, and dessert. Not to mention a show from your personal chef. Whether on sea or land, the experience is usually pretty much the same. It can be a little loud, but it's a lot of fun.
Hey! Anaconda!
In our experience, the food has been consistently good and plentiful. We'll give Izumi a 4.5 shaka rating because they didn't have soup and we weren't too crazy about the vegetables. But all the entrees were good and the chef was very entertaining. Bring your appetite because portions are hearty and you won't leave hungry.
Japanese crocodile.
Now that's a good-looking grill. I'll give the entrees 4.5 shakas. For dessert, we had mochi ice cream, which was light and a good ending to the dinner. And we had to try the chocolate lava cake. So if you like teppanyaki, give Izumi a try. On our last cruise, we chose the mason jar for our specialty restaurant. We enjoyed impeccable service and a delicious meal. In addition to good food, they have talented bartenders and live music. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Because there were 6 of us, we got to try just about everything on the menu. Start the meal off with jalapeno cornbread and biscuits, which are complimentary. Portion sizes are large, so don't fill up on appetizers. You'll also be served the southern favorite pimento cheese with saltine crackers. For something different, try the charred watermelon salad. While I wasn't personally a fan, others at the table loved it. I'll give it 4 shakas based on their recommendation. If you like crab, be sure to try the crab beignets. Not even a crumb was left behind of these sweet and savory treats. Smoky deviled eggs were another favorite. We definitely felt like we got our money's worth at the mason jar. The Caesar salad was fresh, well-dressed, and a definite step above that in the main dining room. Although I think they should have trimmed the heel of the lettuce a little better. Another southern classic, the fried green tomatoes, which were a little disappointing as the breading was soggy and the tomatoes didn't have much flavor. The final appetizer, or little plates as they're called, was the Creole-style lobster and crawfish gumbo. It was spicy and authentic, but maybe a little too authentic for some. If you don't care for your food looking back at you, you might want to skip this one. But otherwise, it was quite good. They had a unique take on the chicken pot pie. It had a crusty topping with more of a soup in the bowl. I found it difficult to eat and prefer the traditional slice of pie chicken pot pie. Filling did have a lot of chicken, but was a bit greasy. Shrimp and grits were probably a better choice. Grits were creamy and shrimp had a good Cajun seasoning. Pickier eaters will probably enjoy the crispy chicken sandwich. Enjoy original or Nashville hot. It's a solid choice, but there are a lot of other things to choose from. If you're craving barbecue, choose meat and 2 fixins. Sauce was good, but brisket was a little tough. You could also choose ribs or fried chicken. And finally, the blackened Cajun catfish. This was well seasoned with tender, flaky fish. If you like catfish, definitely give this one a try. And no southern meal would be complete without some dessert. I found the chocolate a bit overwhelming in this pecan pie. In contrast, the banana pudding was almost perfect and served in a mason jar. And sometimes all you need is good old-fashioned vanilla ice cream. Even if you don't dine at the mason jar, you should definitely stop by for some of their unique cocktails. Try this icy mint julep, or try the PB&J Old Fashioned, served with a mini PB&J sandwich. How about the Far From Manhattan, served with a slice of candied bacon? or Pretty as Peach Tea. Most of their cocktails feature bourbon, but they do have a full-service bar. And with drink in hand, enjoy the country music. For more music and dancing with a Latin flair, head to Deck 5 in Boleros. I recommend the Coconut Mojito. Or take the stage yourself at Spotlight Karaoke. Grab a beer and sing along at Bell and Barley. Or head up to Deck 6 to sing along at the Schooner Bar. Looking for a quieter evening? How about Central Park and the Trellis Bar? Enjoy classical music while surrounded by greenery. Looking for a different kind of entertainment? Then hop on the Rising Tide Bar. The bar travels from Deck 5 to Deck 8. Check its daily schedule so you don't miss out. If you're looking for a Tiki Bar vibe, then try out the Pesky Parrot. Just remember that Brian bites. Stop here for a frozen drink or one of their unique cocktails. While relaxing by the pool during the day, you'll find the Lime and Coconut in 3 different locations. It's a lively place with friendly bartenders. If you spend your day in the Solarium, there's also a full bar there. And you can quench your thirst in the Windjammer. So with 23 bars, 21 restaurants, and only 3 nights to explore, you're gonna need a plan. And hopefully this video will help you decide. Thanks for joining us at Hikanuki World Tour for a look at food and drink aboard Utopia of the Seas. Our travel wisdom for the day comes from an Irish proverb: laughter is brightest where food is best. Be sure to subscribe to Hikanuki World Tour. If you liked the video, click that like button, and we'd love it if you'd leave us a comment. Please subscribe to Hikanuki World Tour, as it really helps our channel grow. Hit that notification button so you'll know when our next video is dropped. And follow us on Instagram. We really appreciate your support.